Good morning, and welcome to this week's edition of Marquette in Motion. We're your hosts, Hallie Kilberg
and Miranda Peters. There's a lot going on around Marquette, seemingly always, but particularly during this time of the year.
With the last day of school, May 31st, quickly approaching, test taking is happening or is on the horizon. Miranda and I will be here in Segment 1 to give you a few details of what this testing consists of.
In Segment 2, Justina will be informing us on the senior service projects.
Then Jeb and Garrett will be bringing you the sports report.
In Segment 3, Luke will be here with his senior interview.
And, as always, Macy and Amy will complete the show by looking ahead.
This past week, a number of students at Marquette completed the AP Lit test, with AP standing for Advanced Placement.
The juniors who are in AP Literature and Composition, taught by Mr. Andy Bishop, took the AP Lit test on Wednesday, May 8th.
The 3-hour-long test is taken by roughly 400,000 students across the country in an effort to achieve a high enough score to receive college credit.
The test consists of 55 multiple-choice questions, which students have an hour to complete.
After that, students then have 2 hours to analyze and write, by hand, 3 essays. These 3 essays must be based on a provided poem, a given passage from a story, and a prompt where the students must write about a book they have read of literary merit.
The test is graded, and then the students are given a score 1 through 5, with 5 being the highest possible mark.
A high score is deemed to be a 4 or a 5, and achieving that amount of points would exempt the student from having to take a freshman-level composition course in college.
Seniors who are in Mrs. Melissa Storm's AP Calculus class will take their test on Tuesday, May 14th, while Mr. Andy Bishop's AP Language class will take their AP test on Wednesday, May 15th.
And that's not the only testing happening at Marquette. Each fall, winter, and spring, kindergarten through 5th grade students at Marquette and across Iowa take the FAST reading assessment. The spring FAST testing window is open now and will close May 31st, the last day of school.
FAST stands for Formative Assessment for Teachers and is a test that identifies students that may need extra help with reading skills and strategies.
For the youngest grades, the FAST tests consist of 1-minute subtests in which students produce letter sounds, segment words, and read nonsense words and sight words.
The FAST test for students in 1st through 5th grades focuses on fluency as each student reads 3 separate passages. While the child reads each passage for 1 minute, the teacher, logged into the FAST website, marks any word that is not read correctly. After each of the 3 passages is read, a system generates a composite score based on the student's median score. If any child's score is not at benchmark, the student receives extra individualized or small group instruction based on his or her reading needs.
Now, though the FAST tests do not assess or measure comprehension skills, research has shown that automaticity and fluency are critical to reading success. Thus, the FAST tests are probably here to stay.
And sadly, some 22 seniors are not here to stay. This upcoming Wednesday afternoon, May 15th, will be the Senior Farewell Mass, as the seniors will be leaving next Saturday for their senior trip and graduating on the next Sunday.
And we'll have all those details on Marquette in Motion here next week.
But don't hop on your WinStar yet. We'll be back with Segment 2 right after these words from our sponsors.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Here now is Justina Denlinger informing us on the senior service projects.
On Thursday, May 9th, the senior class presented their service projects. For numerous years, Marquette seniors, working either individually or in groups, choose a project they are passionate about and spend the year devoting time, energy, and their talents to the project. Sunny North and Alex Sieverding selected Dance Marathon as their service project. They organized the committee and were at the helm of it. They logged 60 hours of service and raised over $28,400. Mackenzie Kilberg and Savannah Zhao chose to do service through American Legion Post 273. They attended meetings, helped with the Legion's fish fry, and other activities for a total of 18 hours of service. Sydney Jacobs devoted her time to the youth faith formation through St. Joseph's Catholic Church. She worked with children in middle school and put in a total of 23 hours of service. Daniel Coos, Garrett Krieg, and Jeb Schwager chose the HUSH program, which is a nonprofit organization that takes game, such as deer, and donates the meat to food pantries. They assisted in the processing of the meat and the packaging and distribution of flyers to inform the public more about HUSH. In total, they performed 18 hours of service. Next was Jacob Kyle, Luke Keys, and Lucas Minster, who chose to clean up Marquette's prop shop. They sorted paint cans, organized hats into categories, straightened the various props that have been collected over the years, and cleaned the shelves. Their hours of service were 18. Tyler Kramer's project was helping build the Lamont Park. He completed 20 hours of service. Gwen Davis and Amy Sieverding chose to work with Serve Haiti, which is a nonprofit organization that serves the impoverished people of Haiti. With 20 total hours of service, they assembled baby bundles that provide materials for mothers to use when caring for their babies. Elizabeth Parker, Tiana Richmond, and Lauren Sieverding orchestrated a children's reading program at the Bellevue Public Library and worked with kids in preschool through 3rd grade. Macy Kramer worked with Homeward Bound Siberian Husky Rescue. She completed a total of 17 hours of service. Ty Parker and Ethan Pfiffner chose to work with Bellevue DNR Fisheries Department, logging a total of 15 and a half hours of service. Brooklyn Moore chose to work with Dubuque County Right to Life. She hosted a pro-life movie night at Marquette and contributed 15 and a half hours of service. And finally, I chose to clean and decorate the St. Donatus Church and its Paida Chapel, completing 24 hours of service. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Justina Denlinger.
Thanks, Justina. Here now are the guys with the sports report.
Thanks, girls. To begin, we'll recap sports action from last week. Last Friday, May 3rd, the soccer team took on Monticello at home. That night started strong with a 5-0 shutout win by the Mohawk girls.
The guys did not disappoint either, pulling a 2-0 shutout over Monticello as well.
To begin this week, the girls turned around to compete against Galena at home as well. The Marquette girls held strong and came through with a 2-1 win over the Galena girls.
Monday saw golf action as well as the girls' golf team traveled to Midland for the conference meet. Here, Beatrice Kemp placed 9th in the entire conference.
Finally, Monday saw the beginning of softball practice for this upcoming summer season.
Moving on, Thursday was a day of many postponements. The co-ed track state qualifying meet set for Thursday was postponed to yesterday, May 10th, and the girls' soccer game against Wahlert was postponed to a later date as well.
Friday night saw state qualifying track action as well as more soccer action for boys and girls alike down at Felderman. All of these results will be in next week's edition. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Jeb Schwager
And Garrett Krieg
with your Marquette Sports Report.
Thanks, guys. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Marquette in Motion after the break.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Here now is Luke Keys with his senior interview.
Hi everyone, I'm 8th grader Elise Kilberg filling in for Luke Keys. I'm here today with senior Alex Sieverding. Thanks for being with us here today, Alex.
You're welcome.
Can you tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Like you said, I'm a senior at Marquette. I'm involved in volleyball, and I'm very family-oriented, and I love spending time with my friends.
Earlier in the show, Justina mentioned that your senior service project centered around Dance Marathon. What made you decide to choose this cause?
I was on the Dance Marathon committee my sophomore year and fell in love with the organization and knew it was something I wanted to continue working with.
How were you able to raise so much money for the cause?
It was truly because of all the amazing dancers and donations that we got from everyone in our communities.
Dance Marathon is a very inspirational event. If you had to think of one person who has been your inspiration in life, who would you pick and why?
My sister Audrey, because she has always shown that everyone else comes before herself, and she's always making sure others are getting what they need before she gets what she needs herself.
In your 13 years here at Marquette, what favorite memory or memories come to mind?
Probably senior year, how close our class got, because it was our last year and we really bonded this year.
What are your plans after graduation?
I will be attending the University of Iowa, where I plan to study elementary education in Spanish.
What is something that not many people know about you?
I definitely love kids. I have 2 nephews and 1 niece.
Well, let's find out a little more about you. I have some rapid-fire questions to ask. What is your favorite movie?
The Fault in Our Stars.
Favorite book?
I would say probably The Fault in Our Stars again.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Texas Roadhouse.
Favorite TV show?
One Tree Hill.
Favorite school subject?
Spanish.
What's your favorite pastime?
Going on the river.
One word to describe yourself.
Energetic.
And finally, your best advice for underclassmen.
Go out for the sports you're questioning and enjoy your time and bond with your class.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Alex. And now it's time for this underclassman to sign off. For Marquette in Motion, this has been guest reporter Elise Kilberg.
Thanks. And lastly, here are the girls looking ahead.
On Monday, the girls' golf team will have their regional meet at Wapsie Oaks.
Tuesday, there will be an academic awards night starting at 7 in the MEC.
On Wednesday during the day, there will be a senior farewell mass at 1:30, as this is the last week the seniors will be in school.
On Thursday, there will be a girls' and boys' soccer game at Northeast starting at 4:30. Also starting Thursday will be the state co-ed track and field meet.
On Friday at 10 a.m., our boys' golf team will participate in the district golf meet at Blue Top Ridge.
Finally, on Saturday, the seniors will be leaving for their senior trip.
For Looking Ahead, this has been Macy Kramer
And Amy Sieverding for Marquette in Motion.
Thanks, girls. And seniors, we're sad to see you go.
And listeners, we're sad that we have to go too.
For Marquette in Motion, this has been Miranda Peters.
And Hallie Kilberg.
And remember,
Stay informed,
stay involved,
stay
in motion.